It's the Thursday edition of Litter Media Live with the icon Mike Smith. I'm Dan Ramey, and Aaron Glandon is back again in his usual position.
A little closer to you.
Oh,
I feel like I'm far away.
Maybe I should move over a little bit.
Yeah. We want to be.
Don't want Laura to be.
We want to
jealous.
be close. You don't have any cooties or anything. You remember when the cooties was a thing? A game as well as a disease that, imaginary disease that children had. Yeah.
Not politically correct today.
Yeah.
So
I've never heard that called out as a non-PC cooties.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it falls into the bullying category these days.
Well,
so
girls shouldn't shouldn't have cooties.
That's what
Was it always girls that had the cooties?
Yeah, girls have cooties.
Oh, yeah. All little boys thought girls had cooties until they turn into their teenage years, and then they think, ooh, cooties.
I heard last week a phrase I'd never heard before, and Gary Heimbach, who is the district superintendent for Churches of Christ and Christian Union, was conducting a revival, speaking at Bonds Chapel down in Pike County. And he was talking about how we need to have concern for the souls of others. Mm-hmm. And as he was explaining it, he said, we get caught up into going to church and forgetting about the Great Commission of going out and talking and becoming friends with those people who are not saved so that they could learn to be converted. And his terminology was, I remember where I was before I got saved. I need to go back and meet some of those people. I need some cruddy buddies.
Cruddy buddies.
And I thought, wow, that's kind of cool. Yeah. Cruddy buddies. And so...
sounds like a cereal now. Cruddy buddies. Or cookies or something like that. Yeah.
I wonder what would be in Cruddy Buddies. Or maybe a candy type thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like
something like that.
Some of those, what do they call the little jelly type things that they eat?
I don't know. I'm thinking of like peanut brittle.
Or you know what puppy chow is?
Yeah.
Not the dog food, but the stuff that people mix all that. That kind of would be Cruddy Buddies to me because I don't like it.
Oh, the Chex Mix?
Yeah.
That they put.
Yeah,
I love that
white
stuff.
powder.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
It is good.
Yeah. People think you're on cocaine, though. It's kind of...
if you don't wipe your residue off, yeah.
All right. Man, we are really straight off.
Way off the chart. We're way down the valley.
We are. Isn't that a beautiful shot?
In the back 40 there.
Back in the round, that was behind Bainbridge, along that area there. All right, coming up in a moment, we'll take a look at what's making news for you today, and not only for news, but also for sports and our Litter Media game. Forgive me.
Athlete?
No, I was thinking this date in history is what I was trying to say.
It's
but we will have.
It's kind of like a game today. Yeah.
Our Neil Coleman Insurance Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, and we'll share that for you coming up before the end of the program. So stay close for that. But first, weather-wise, what are we dealing with?
Yeah, one more chilly day, although sunshine, a high of about 62 today. Cloudy, but warmer tomorrow with a high of 73. The weekend calls for clouds, but 78 Saturday and 82 on Sunday. Woo.
Going to be perspiration weather.
Yes, sir. Get out the shorts and short sleeves.
Yeah. I'm not big on shorts anymore. I can't remember the last time I wore shorts.
I've seen your legs. I understand why.
Precisely.
Yeah.
You just got to get a tattoo on your leg to show off.
Is that it?
And then you have a reason to wear shorts.
Then Aaron has a reason to put his shorts on.
Yeah. If you got it, flaunt it. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't got nothing to flaunt, believe me. All right, coming up in a moment, we'll take a look at what's making news for us today. But first, we want to tell you about one of our sponsors, and that's Scioto Valley Dumpsters, 740-253-8389. Here's a tattoo you could get, Aaron, for your next...
Big orange dumpster.
Yes, get that on whatever part of your body you want to put it on.
I'll get it on my other thigh.
Your other thigh. There you go. Scioto Valley Dumpsters. You don't have to get a tattoo. Just get a dumpster. If you've got something going on at your residence or your business and you need a dumpster for it, they can fix you up. 740-253-8389. News is next.
As a basketball coach and a dad, I need to be able to keep up.
Mark came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc.
I was so confident in Dr. Fleming. He explained everything.
Together, they decided on minimally invasive spinal surgery to relieve Mark's pain and get him back to what matters most. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, oh, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Each week, Litter Media presents the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week. If you have an athlete to nominate, any amateur athlete is eligible. Simply visit littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. At the end of the year, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Make your nominations now at littermedia.com. Click on Player of the Week. And before the end of today's program, we will share with you this week's Litter Media Player of the Week. Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player.
Are we in the dark again?
I forgot to put the slideshow in this desk scene. I put it at the front one. I can throw it in, but it'll cover your face real quick.
Nah.
Okay.
We're
coming out of the dark, yeah.
All right, let's get to news topics for today, and we start with some big news that came out of Tecumseh Outdoor Drama.
You were teasing about this, I think, late last week. Two of America's most beloved songwriters and performers will be at Sugarloaf Mountain this summer. Kathy Mattea will perform with her band on June 30th, and Ricky Skaggs and the Kentucky Thunder return on August the 4th. You were out there with Ricky the last time he was here?
Yeah, I think it was 2016, if I'm not mistaken, and it was kind of cool. I got to MC the concert and welcome everybody, and it was a packed house.
Tickets for this, by the way, go on sale May the 3rd at 11 a.m. for both events. And the way you can get the tickets, the easiest way would be tecumsehdrama.com. Just go to that website, and there's a link there that'll get you your ticket information.
We have a building campaign update for you from the folks at the Ross County Humane Society. That's Jen Thomas you see there. There's a groundbreaking schedule for Thursday, May 9th at 1:30 p.m. The new animal shelter is taking shape, and thanks to the incredible support of the community. There's still work to be done, though, so they're still collecting money. So if you want to make a donation to help out and get them over the top, that would be fantastic. But they finally nailed down a contractor to do the work, and so they've got the plans all in place, and now it's a matter of turning ground and making it happen. There's still work to be done, so if you can make a donation to this vital project, please do so, and you can find more details on our Facebook page. We've shared this video. We produced this video for them here about, 3 weeks ago, Aaron? Something like that?
Something like that.
And so at any rate, always good to sit down with Jen Thomas and get the latest on what's going on. And this has been a project that has been going on for quite some time now. Mm-hmm. And part of that is COVID, and part of it is the costs that go with all the products that go into it from COVID. So we saw that with the Majestic Theater with their roof campaign. It seemed like they were this close to making things happen, and then suddenly costs went up. So that's something that they're all wrestling with. So if you can help out, please do so. Now, yesterday we had a special edition of Litter Media Live talking about next week's National Day of Prayer. We visited with Alana Beverly and Reverend Sean Howard to talk about the observance, which will take place in front of the Ross County Courthouse. Alana says the day begins with a vigil up at Grandview Cemetery at 6:31 a.m. Thursday.
It's such a sweet time. It's probably one of my favorites because it's really sweet and intimate, and up at Grandview, it's beautiful. The view is gorgeous. And so we get to see the sunrise come up, and we're, praying together, and it's just really special. So we'll have that at 6:31 a.m.
And before all that takes place, they will have an event it's a student-led worship event that'll be taking place in the parking lot outside Hatton Memorial Gymnasium there at Chillicothe High School. That'll be Wednesday evening. Then they've got the sunrise prayer meeting that they will have at Grandview Cemetery, and then the National Day of Prayer ceremony itself will take place at noon in front of the Ross County Courthouse. That's all next Thursday, so a week from today.
All righty. Lieutenant Governor John Husted was in Pike County earlier this week. In fact, at the Pike Career Technology Center student-run credit union. Now, he was there to experience hands-on financial education program in person. Atomic Credit Union CEO Tom Griffiths was able to present the Lieutenant Governor with the financial literacy book that he wrote along with some of the students that explains the program and how it benefits them personally.
Student tellers right there. I like that.
I like that, yeah.
It's pretty cool. They didn't have the bars set up and everything like you see in some banking institutions. You won't want to miss the Asheville Viking Festival. It's coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday at the Asheville Community Park, where they shoot off the fireworks and everything during the 4th of July celebration. You'll experience a blend of history, entertainment, family fun, and food. And speaking of food, there's no admission charge for any of these events. However, they always do a food drive. So if you can bring along with you some non-perishable food donations, it all goes to the Asheville Food Pantry up there to help out. The Asheville community has been just growing like crazy. Oh, yeah. It's going to probably rival Circleville at some point in time if they don't stop construction.
A new county seat. You didn't hear that here. Yeah, we don't want another one of those breaking stories. Yeah. Yes. Join in to help beautify Yoctangi Park in Chillicothe along with the flood wall. That cleanup is going to happen this Saturday morning from 8:30 a.m. until 11 a.m. Get involved with helping to keep your community clean.
Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost wants the public to weigh in on whether additional safeguards are needed to protect consumers from having their signatures used without their full knowledge or consent. The request for comment seeks opinions on a proposed rule that businesses would be required to follow when soliciting and using a person's signature for reasons unrelated to a transaction. Also coming up this afternoon, we have a special edition of Litter Media Live coming up around 3 o'clock. Les Miserables is the CHS musical at Chillicothe High School, and we will be speaking with some of the stars of the program. Very good.
Our road report stays in Ross County today. We told you about this a few weeks ago, but the work continues on that turbo lane on US 23 at Trago Creek Road intersection. That work is being done weekdays, and the estimated completion date will be this fall. So be patient. A lot of work between now and later this year.
Our Dan and Mike radio moment. You kind of teased it a little bit there. Let's jump in. If you didn't know what the situation was, one day on the radio, this was after Unioto High School had replaced their football stands. And on the home side, if you've never seen it, you're driving up 104, you take a look over, and there is the football field, and you can see it. And in the stands, it says UHS. And on radio one day, I just made, when did Unioto change their mascot name to the Uz? And we had a quick little conversation about that, and it was all a joke. But then later in the day, I got a phone call from then Superintendent Dwight Garrett. And he says, Dan, what did you say on the radio this morning? I've had a Sherman fan in my office, very passionate Sherman fan, concerned that we have changed the name of the mascots to the Uz. And I said, oh, that's just a little radio bit we did this morning. Yeah. So when we talk about Asheville becoming the county seat of Pickaway County, it's merely, that was Mike straying away.
Yep.
So, all right, coming up, a look at sports and this state in history, which is dialed up for
1947. We're going bowling.
All right.
An unusual place to bowl.
Oh, so not like college football bowling?
No.
Okay. Rolling bowling.
Rolling bowling.
Okay. Pins will fall coming up in a moment. But first, let's tell you about our friends at Haynes Total Health Care Center. chiropractic, physical therapy, nutritional needs. They've got it all for you. They can cover all that plus more. If you want to find out what they do, just click on this ad anywhere you see it at lettermedia.com, and that takes you to their website, which is HainesHealth.com for Haines Total Healthcare Center. Are you looking for a beer that satisfies your thirst and love of country? Armed Forces Brewing Company brews beer for patriots. Celebrate freedom with every sip. Armed Forces Brewing Company. Freedom never tasted so good.
Kingston National Bank was founded in 1909 by local businessmen. The concept of a local bank supporting our community's financial needs with local decisions made sense. This is Phil Evans, President and CEO of Kingston National Bank. I invite you to make KNB your bank. We continue to make local decisions that benefit our communities. Experience innovative products and excellent customer service. When you need us most, you can count on KNB. Our community, your bank. Kingston National Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
At Rathkamp Financial, we provide wealth management services that may ease clients' fears of financial loss and help them retire comfortably. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Time for sports. Where are we beginning?
Sad note that we passed along to you yesterday on lettermedia.com. Hall of Fame high school volleyball coach Lori Coker passed away early yesterday. This was from an interview that we did with Lori and her husband Alan over a year ago. Actually, it was a year ago this month, where she had just gotten word that she was cancer-free at that time, and she wanted to come on and not only thank the community for all their prayers, but to talk about I guess you want to call it a mentoring program, or that which helps people that are suffering from cancer. And it was just an outstanding interview. That link of that interview is in our website store at lettermedia.com. But Lori won 406 career matches while at Westfall, Zane Trace, and later Southeastern. The only coach in any sport in our area to ever take 3 teams to consecutive state Final Four. She did that 2002 to 04 at Westfall High School. Calling hours will be at Zane Trace High School Gymnasium from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. this Saturday, and then the funeral follows at 1 o'clock. But I'm sure it'll be a wonderful tribute. The family said, hey, we want this to be a celebration of life. So if you can get out there to pass along your condolences to Alan and Shane and DJ, that's her sons and the extended family, please do so.
Absolutely. Really good news out by Bainbridge. Of course, last weekend she took the world by storm, speaking of national hoop shoot champion Ainsley Weaver. And now more notoriety from Bainbridge. There's a sign there that says, home of Ainsley Weaver, the 2024 Elks Hoop Shoot National Champion. And she is, we were talking about this off the air, she is just soaking this up, but just going through it like this happens to everybody.
Yeah, no big deal.
What's the big deal?
Well, I guess if you can keep calm, that's how you can knock down all those free throws.
That's right.
Without missing.
Nerves of steel.
Yeah. Last night, the Chillicothe track and field teams ran at the Cole McCafferty Invitational Track and Field meetup at Amanda Clear Creek High School. The girls, the Lady Cavs, they won the team title, where the boys were the meet runner-up. Now, I don't know how to pronounce this young lady's first name. Is it Ista McNeil? Chillicothe? ISTA is what came to me.
That sounds right.
Okay. She was the medalist in the for the girls' meet. She won the 100 hurdles, the 300 hurdles, and was on the winning 4x100 and runner-up on the 4x200 relay team.
I didn't have that information in my notes, so I apologize.
That's okay.
I couldn't help.
But I did put it on our X page for folks this morning to see.
Marcus Gaines becomes the 22nd head coach in Vinton County football history, so he'll be leading the Vikings. I don't know anything about Marcus. If he was possibly on the staff. Originally? I don't know.
Where it could have been. As they say there in the notice that they sent out yesterday, that there will be more information about the off season coming up, so stay tuned. So congratulations, Marcus. Of course, the coach that was there left to go to Zanesville High School as their new head coach. Some championships decided on spring sports last night for conference. The Lady Titans of Portsmouth Notre Dame softball team, they won their 5th consecutive SOC softball championship. The only difference this year, it's SOC 1. Remember from basketball season, there's 3 divisions there now, so congratulations to them. Also in the FAC softball standings, and this is current as of this morning, Hillsborough has clinched at least a share of the championship with an 8-0 record. Jackson is 2 back, but there's only 2 conference games to play. Hillsborough can wrap it up at home Monday when they take on county rival McLean. Now, if you haven't been following this very closely this year, unlike some of the other conferences where you play one round and then you play them again the second round, the FAC for baseball, softball, they're playing back-to-back to get those 2 conference games against that one opponent in. So they'll play McLean twice, but they only need to win Monday or Jackson lose for the Lady Indians to wrap up that championship outright.
All right. Javon Moffmer getting another award, and this is the Golden Jacket Award for men's basketball. I think he was selected as the Athlete of the Year at Cedarville University. So congratulations, Javon. Of course, he's been in the news here of late after committing to Liberty University to use his final year of eligibility, the COVID year, as they say.
I'll let you talk about the good news with the Reds last night.
Eli De La Cruz, 3 stolen bases. He went 3 for 5 last night, had a double. He is on fire. He's batting .313, I believe. He is leading the National League in stolen bases right now with 15. Runs created, 24.29. His batting average is .313, 7 home runs. He's everything that we thought he was going to be. So he's having a good stretch here. But 7-4 win for the Reds over the Phillies. And they'll go for this series win this afternoon. Trying to think of it's Nick Martinez, I believe, gets the start. But they've won the season series with this victory last night. So congratulations to David Bell and the Cincinnati Reds.
Which is also 5 of their last 6. Now, the 4 games over 500 is the biggest margin over 500 they've had so far this year. They were 3 twice, and then it kept shrinking.
It's also the best record that David Bell has had since being the manager of the Reds at this point in the year.
So let's it won't be a sweep. It'd be 3-1 if they could win today, but we'd rather take the series rather than just tie the series. The news was not so good for the Guardians last night. They've been red hot, but not last night. It was the Red Sox who were red hot as they blanked the Guardians by a score of 8-0.
Guardians got socked. Cleveland Cavaliers and the Magic will play tonight. Cleveland is up 2-0. And we discussed yesterday whether this is a best of 3 or a best of 5 or a best of 7.
4 out of 7.
It is a 7, and I do not know why the first round goes 7 games.
I thought the same thing, and I thought surely it's got to be 3 out of 5, but I looked it up, and they have the whole 7 games possible. So.
And now our Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week. How do we not select this young lady? Ainsley Weaver, congratulations. She did a fantastic job of representing not only Ross County, but Ohio. She is, I think they said, the 7th Ohioan to win this since they moved it to Chicago in 2016. So congratulations, Ainsley. Not only was she the overall winner for girls 8 to 9 division, she was the overall best shot of all the girls in all the divisions, and she also had the highest shot total of everybody in the tournament.
Yeah, that's all right.
1 miss. And she went into this this national tournament making 92% of her free throws, from the local to the regional to the local to the state, then to the regional. And just happy for her. So congratulations.
Pretty impressive.
And now she's got a sign. As you go
Two
into
signs.
Bainbridge. That's right.
One going and one coming.
That's right.
You and I don't have a sign in our hometown.
No. And how many 9-year-olds can say they've got a sign, right?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, what bright future that young lady has.
You bet. All right, coming up in a moment, this date in history, so we go back to 1947. After this.
You know, when you've been around for 92 years, you've got something going for you. Well, that's Litter Quality Propane. 92 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people. Litter Quality Propane.
And we really wanted to show you the image of this, but for some reason it's disappeared. We don't
I thought we were just doing the radio version.
Yeah, we certainly are right now, that's for sure. This date in history coming up.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit DixieChopper.com.
Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. All you need to do if you want to find out more about Accurate and their services, simply click on this ad anywhere you see it on our website, littermedia.com. And that will take you right to their website, which is accuratehvac.com. This date in history, we had this president's part of the subject matter yesterday. So we go from bomb 2 years later to bowl.
Bowl, yeah. I wanted to make it easier on Aaron so we wouldn't have to put a different image in today. On this date in 1947, President Harry Truman officially opens the first White House bowling alley. You heard that correct. The 2-lane bowling alley situated in the West Wing had been constructed earlier that year. According to Smithsonian Magazine, a group of Truman's fellow Missourians funded the construction of the bowling alley in honor of the president. They had intended to open the alley as part of Truman's 63rd birthday celebration on May 8th, but construction was completed ahead of schedule. Now, the thing that mystifies me, why would they have done this to begin with? Because the story continues that Harry Truman was not a bowler. Well, who was this for? Bess and
I don't know.
The rest of the family, or what?
I decided to search a little bit more information on here, and we're learning that a bowling alley was added by Richard Nixon in 1973. There had previously been a bowling alley in the West Wing built for President Truman in 47, which had been moved to the old executive office building in 1955. So it was there for 8 years. And I'm guessing, would that have been Eisenhower in 55?
Yes.
Probably said, this doesn't belong here. Let's send it over to such and such. And then Nixon brings it back.
Yeah.
So JFK and Eisenhower and Lyndon Baines Johnson, they did not enjoy bowling in the West Wing.
JFK enjoyed other things. They did have a swimming pool. I don't know where that was in the White House. But I don't even know if it's still there.
I don't know.
Now, George W. Bush had them put in a running track outside the White House. Yeah. It was a small running track. But, interesting, the things that
apparently Nixon was the one who enjoyed bowling.
So he got the benefit from it later on. I'm sure Harry wasn't thinking, or the Missourians weren't thinking of Richard Nixon 20 years later, but that's the way it went down.
I wonder why they didn't put the bowling alley like deep down into the bunker, so that when you're making decisions and everything from the bunker, you might want to blow off some steam by knocking down some pins.
You hear those pins crashing, yeah.
I think they probably have more things in their mind if they're in the bunker.
I would say, yeah.
All right, that's it for today's program. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Again, a special edition coming your way this afternoon about 3 p.m. featuring the Chillicothe High School musical, Les Miserables, The Fight for France. That's coming up later today. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for watching Litter Media Live.